Men are leaving the US to find women overseas, and here's why. Dating in the US has become a battlefield. Playing games, entitled women, and a culture that treats masculinity like a threat. But abroad, it's different. Women are kind, feminine, family-oriented, and they still seem to value connection over status. Men aren't running away. They're just going where they have better options. The US told us to pay up with nothing in return. So we left, and we're not coming back.
I've begged people to love me the way I love them. You know, and I never want to be that low in life again. And I think, and that's just across the board. Like, that's not just romantic relationships. That's literally like friendships on some, like, yo, why would you do this to us? Like, why are you acting like that? I would do anything for you. Sometimes you gotta just be like, you know what? I got it. I'm gonna meet you where you are.
If you believe in 50-50, you have failed as a man. A man's job is to provide and protect. So yes, a man should take care of everything. My wife does not have to pay for a single thing. If she wants new clothes, I get her new clothes. If she wants lipstick, massages, spa treatments, trips, or anything else, it's done. She doesn't have to pay for any of it. She doesn't even work, but she works at home, making sure that I can go out and do what I do.
A lot of men are seeing how these ladies behave today, the things that they talk about. And I think the scariest thing is you have women, we used to talk about hitting the wall at 30s, in your 30s, your late 30s and stuff like that. These women, some of these ladies are pushing the boundary. And instead of stopping while they're ahead, they continue going on into their 40s and their 50s. Talking crazy, acting crazy, looking crazy, disrespecting men, and then wondering, why can't I get somebody? Why can't I find a man that likes me? Men are seeing this type of behavior and they're completely turned off by it. They're completely put off by it. You're still wanting a man to respect you, to treat you like a queen, but you don't dress like a queen. You don't have queen attire on. You don't even have princess attire on. You don't even have normal peasant attire on. You look like somebody that just out there on the street, hardly any clothes on. You don't care. You don't carry yourself in a way that a man would be like, that's a respectable woman. That's a lot of the real issue. A lot of these modern women don't really understand. They don't carry themselves in such a way where you can even really take them seriously. Why would a man, how is a man going to be able to live with that long term?
Let me just give a little bit of advice, because I have Gen Z on my team, beautiful Christian women. They should have the man that they are going to marry. But I ask them this, and I ask all of you Gen Z out there, where are you going, the women? Where are you going that the men are? Where are you going that the men are? Because your husband is not at Pilates, okay? And he's not at brunch, and he's not at your friend's house, and he's not at your couch, and he's probably not at Whole Foods either. So you do kind of have to work at this more than in generations past. That's kind of one of my points there, is that as we see these disparate values between men and women who are trying to find meaning somehow, you're going to have to make a little bit more of effort, especially you Christian women out there, because the Christian men do exist. You got to go where the men are, and it's not at bar classes.
More young adults say they're going on fewer dates because it is too expensive. The cost of everything is seemingly going up. Going out, whether it's dinner, drinks, flowers, movies, gas, everything's so expensive right now. In a survey of singles, more than half recently said that the cost of going out on dates is interfering with their financial goals. So get this, the numbers add up quickly. When we're talking about Gen Zers, they're saying on average they're spending $200 per date. Millennials say they're spending even more, $250 per date. So what's being done about it? Well, some say they're trying to figure out some more budget-friendly options. Others are just trying to scale back in terms of how often they go out. And some say they're just skipping it altogether. For more stories on the cost of living, please give us a follow.
And a lot of modern women, and this is what men are noticing, a lot of modern women are wasting. They're wasting a man's time, right? Oh, you know, I just had this to do, and I wanted to go over here, and I wanted to say this and do that and be all over the place. You have the right to do whatever you want to do. However, you need to leave the man alone. Just leave him alone. Go about your day. Don't be trying to say, oh, I really like you. Maybe we can make something work. Take me out to dinner and we'll see. And knowing that man really likes you, he'll take you out to dinner. I just still ain't feeling it, but pay that bill though. Oh, I still ain't feeling it, but send me an Uber. I don't know if I'm feeling it, but you can DoorDash me something to eat. Oh man, I'm still trying to figure out who we are, what we're going to be. But while I'm still figuring that out, send me some Starbucks. That's what modern women are doing. Full blown wasting men's time. And I can see if you wasting Chad or Tyrone's time. Cause that's the game. You know, you don't want to ever waste anybody's time, but they wasting your time, you waste theirs. But modern women are screwing over the good guys. They're screwing over men that are actually trying to do right by them. And you're going to want to sit up here and ask, how come a man won't give me the time of day?
I'm the girl who 2 years ago, I broke up with my ex-boyfriend and I said he was good, great even, but he wasn't my husband. And all the incels, even some women were like, what? You left a good man? You left a good man? See, this is why women are single. This is why you'll never find a husband. Here's the thing.
It's funny how women know how to leave for their happiness when you good to them. When you're not good, they be confused and then they start talking about men. They don't care. They don't like us. They don't want to get married. And then you'll get with a man who great and you'll leave him and waste his time. We get to a point where we never want to do it again. But imagine if a man ain't at that point and he still get them everything they say they wanted. But they not going to appreciate it. Because they think this is just something you can do. And no matter how bad you are, no matter how many times you ruin it, there's always a better man in the world where they say good men don't even exist. Men don't even want to do that's happening for her right now. This is like an NBA championship ring to them. They want to show it off to other women. All of the incels and women who was hating on her now, look, that's what this is. I seen a woman get proposed to like on a balcony somewhere. She said, y'all husbands ain't doing it for y'all like this. This is just a competition. That's all this is. I'm telling you, I see plenty of women brag about what they boyfriends and husbands do, but the whole time those men just care about those women specifically. We don't just for any woman. And a lot of times those men do this not knowing that the woman just thinks she a player about it. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
What is happening?
Here comes shit.
Is there just no good men?
Here comes a double dose of the Lulu logic courtesy of the Lonely Laura's Club.
Men, you need to step up and be better. What is going on? I mean, I do know that that's true.
I'm sorry, what?
Everywhere I look, my own friends, people in my life in their 30s or nearing 30 and are still single. Amazing people that absolutely should have no problem finding anybody. I just wonder why that is.
Flag on the play. She says she doesn't understand why, so allow me to help her understand.
This ought to be good.
Could it be the transactional mindset that has polluted the dating pool?
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Could it be the fact that many women don't even offer exclusivity to a man and still expects that man to bring all the traditional benefits and lay it at her feet?
You ain't never lied.
Could it be that these so-called good prospects aren't really good prospects in the men's eyes?
And once again, I think, a lot of these modern women, they want a man to continue to go 100%, right? I'm not reciprocating. I'm not giving you what you're giving me, but I want you to still continue to do what you're doing. I want you to get up in the morning. I want you to text first, right? But my messages are going to be delayed. I might not even text you until the next day. I might cancel dates on you and not reschedule. I might not reply for a little bit. I might be, kind of nonchalant and flippant with you. Just, I don't really want to talk to him right now. He. But I want you to continue to chase. No, I'm not going to do that. Because that's disrespectful. And that, quite frankly, that's stupid. That's dumb. Why would you be? And we have modern women out here that are like 30, 40, 50 years old acting like this. What about that would make a man want to approach? And when a man does approach, what about that attitude would make a man want to stay. Seriously.
A man needs to love a woman more than she loves him for a relationship to work. 100%. If a woman loves a man more than he loves her, and he's not more physically and emotionally invested, it will never work. Men have to want you more than you want them. They have to love you more than you love them. And that's gonna show in his effort and how much work he puts in. When a woman loves a man more, she's throwing herself at him, and he's not really putting in any work. He's not invested the same. He might seem like he cares at first, but eventually he's gonna lose interest. Bottom line, the more work a man puts in truly defines how much he loves you, and he's gotta love you more than you love him for the relationship to work.
For a man that's trying to maintain more traditional masculinity, outside America fits more for you, right? Because the inside of America is going to a place where it's unrecognizable. And when there's a lot of women who are agreeing with the new progressive orders, men are having less things in common with women. Like, that's what you agree with? And some men are sitting back and just looking at like, that's what you think is cool? Mm-hmm. Like, they might not tell you, because a lot of men, they're not outspoken like that. They're not going to express their ideas, opinions, but once they see what you agree with, they know what they don't want around their children. Mm-hmm. And they definitely know what they don't want to deal with long term. So that's the dangerous, as well as the world is showing all of its political ideologies, and you're posting support for all these different groups and things of that nature. And men are like, that's not attractive to me. I don't want that in a wife.
I'm 19 Keys, and this is a high-level conversation.
You know, men have to start, the thing about what's going on today in the world, because we see a lot of modern women talking a lot of trash, right? So at some point in time, a man has to draw a hard line. Bars. He's got to draw a hard line. He's got to say, listen, because a lot of these modern women continue to try to see how far they can push a man. And so at some point in time, you got to draw a hard line and say, you're not doing that. You're not going to be doing that. Come on now. Why are you acting like that? Right? And depending on your attitude, depending on your temperament, you might get a little bit beside yourself. you don't really want to be all in their face, right? But ladies, you have to understand that the way that you talk to men, the way that you talk to people in general, because it could be a woman that you talk to sideways, and she will be all, who are you talking to? And she'll be all in your face. And a lot of these modern women think that they can fight. Think that they can, they'd be ready to swing on somebody. Yeah, maybe, but that person that you're talking to sideways might be ready to swing on you too. And they might be able to knock you out. So respect. If they don't have respect for you, then you need to start having a little bit more respect for yourself. Saying, listen, I understand that, you might be upset. What's going on? And whatever I did to you, I apologize. Or what, I don't even know what I did. But, this type of stuff, like you talking to me sideways like I'm your child, that's got to stop. And that's what a lot of modern women think that they can do nowadays.
This generation is so cooked. People are legitimately standing behind a statement that you have to accept infidelity to have a long-term relationship with somebody. Are you stupid? Listen to me, I would happily be single for the rest of my natural life than accept infidelity. Happily.
I had a broad one time, we was out to eat. And she was like, yo, could my friend come? I'm like, sure, it don't matter, we chilling. She was like, if you pay for it, I'm gonna pay you back for her food. Cause broad already know me. Yeah. She know it's gonna be. Now I'll do it. I ain't say, like we out at the same time, sometimes you're like, man, if I ain't hitting that, man, I ain't paying for food. But if I'm out and I'm with you and your friend come, all right, whatever, I'll pay for the meal. Mm-hmm. But she already initiated like, oh, hey, my friend gonna come, we gonna order this, I'm gonna make sure I Isaiah the money, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. I ain't tripping on it. Yeah. But the test was, is she gonna make sure that she tell me about it? Mm-hmm. She never did. Wow. And so I knew to put her in that category. I tell people all the time, the test ain't to get mad at the broad. The test is to find out who she is.
Who she is.
That's your character. Ain't no way if I'm out with you and I say something, I'ma do it. I owe you some money. You ain't gotta call me about it. I'ma call you. That's a character.
Yeah.
So all it does is put in my mind this broad's character. So when you tell me not only did she break it, she said she was gonna do something and she did it with a good attitude.
Yeah,
you're not gonna find that because most women are trying to get over. They're like, oh, is he gonna say something? Oh, he didn't say something cool. Yeah. You know, or she might not have said nothing. So when you have a woman like that, understand the character of most women, and the fact that she did that is like, it's high level.
That's what I'm
hey man, listen, that's a keeper. That's one of the ones you should have a sit down conversation with. Like, listen, I see you all in.
Yeah. And you know, I think, you know, you say we don't call modern women losers enough. You know, when you're messing around, that's true. That's true. You know, and it's not the person that is a loser, but sometimes people do have loser behavior, right? And a lot of times men, they'll allow things just because they don't want to be the bad guy, right? They don't want to cause any waves, or man, I understand how people look at me. And some of these guys, you know, we talk about guys that are 6 foot, 6-pack and stuff like that. We talk about these types of guys, right? But some of these tall guys, some of these bigger guys, right? They try to go out of their way to be even nicer to these modern women. It's like, man, I know how I'm seen in the world. I know I'm big. You know, I can be intimidating, even though I'm the nicest guy in the world. I can be intimidating. Modern women, for some reason, they'll take that. Because modern women never stop. They keep on doing whatever they want to do. They'll take that kindness for weakness and continue to disrespect you, continue to talk to you sideways. And they, yeah, I told him off and da-da-da-da, this and that. And the guy be like, I just came over here to get a candy bar. You know what I mean? Why are you standing so close to me? Oh, my bad, I didn't know. I had people standing back behind me, you know, just in the line to get gas. Well, I just had people standing behind me, so I just kind of tried to scoot up because, you know, I saw the line out the door. So, yeah, but you don't get at me. Modern women have bad attitudes. And men sit up here and allow modern women to act crazy with them, to act a fool with them, when honestly and truly, in a respectful manner, they need to start calling out that bad behavior and say, yo, I don't know what you got going on, but you don't need to be talking to me like that. I don't know if you got kids in the car that you talk to like that, or maybe you talk to your dog like that, but you don't have a problem with me, period.
For the past 10 months, I've been locked in, grinding my studies, achieving academically. But now that HSC is finally over, I came to realize none of this even matters if you don't have a girlfriend. Welcome to episode 1 of Becoming a Chivalrous Person. We live in one of the most unchivalrous generations. And we aren't unchivalrous in not splitting the bill, though you shouldn't be doing that anyways. We're unchivalrous in being lazy, playing Clash Royale till 2 a.m, playing League of Legends till 3 a.m. This is not optimal, but above that, it is not attractive. And that's why over the next 60 days, you and I are about to become the most chivalrous people that ever existed. But I do have to say, this chivalry stuff, it isn't about getting a girlfriend, no. Because true chivalry isn't about becoming superior to others, it's about becoming superior to your former self. So follow along and join me as I document my journey, and see you tomorrow for episode 2. Peace.
Very few men can stay in a place where he's not the breadwinner. You know why? You guys have an ego. God created you with that. And many a time, I don't know whether these days they still tell it to women, let the man believe that he's the head of the house, even though he's not.
Yes.
And that is also why sometimes when we women have more money, you can start giving your man the money so that people out there can believe that he's the one who's doing what?
Yes.
Who is having that money, but men don't like it.
I think what a lot of men get confused by is when you watch some of these videos and, you know, the woman is talking about, you know, she says no, and she's expecting the man to continue to, you know, keep on chasing, right? And a lot of men are done with that. A lot of modern women love this performative aspect of dating and courting, to where, oh yes, give me the car, I'm going to take a picture of it. Oh yes, give me the ring, I'm going to take a picture of it. Hey, don't propose to me now. I gotta go get my nails done. Or if you propose to her, if she really likes you, it don't matter how her nails look, she's gonna accept the ring. But before we take pictures, like actual, engagement photos, because in the moment, that shouldn't matter. Well, it should matter. It's going to matter to her, even though it shouldn't. But she said we're gonna go ahead and take the photos. And she's gonna be like, man, my nails are terrible, but thank you so much for the ring, if she really likes you, right? But some of these modern women who are literally in it for the performative aspect, who are literally in it for, I just like this, or I just like looking like this, or keeping up with the Joneses, they're gonna be like, wait, no. Some of these modern women might even say, oh, I don't know if it's the right time for us. But then they'll come back maybe a day later or maybe a week later, and they'll say, because nothing was wrong the first time, they'll say, oh, I was kind of thinking about it, and I was just afraid. I was just afraid of, it might be the reason for some of these ladies, right? But she might say, oh, I was afraid, or I wasn't sure, and I think I would want to marry you. But next time you look down and you notice she got her hair done, makeup done. Now, after that, I got my hair done, I got my nails done, I got my toes done, and I want you to just propose to me, right? And when I get the ring, it's going to be... Now, some ladies are like that, but you'll understand and recognize a pattern of... There are some women out there that purely from that aspect, it's just performative. Oh, he got me the ring. I'm thinking of a person right now, I'm not gonna say their name, where they didn't even really look at the guy. You know what I mean? They didn't even, I don't really want to kiss him. I don't really want to, well, actually I already know Akash, his wife. That was weird. That whole situation was weird, to where she wouldn't even, she wouldn't even kiss him after he proposed. He's giving her a ring. I thought it was a pretty good ring, and he wouldn't. When that type of stuff happens, and then she goes on shows and embarrasses the guy, well, that's just they always got excuses for why they saying and doing stuff. And it makes the man look crazy. And so for a lot of these ladies, this is the type of stuff they want. I'm going to trash you. I'm going to destroy your character, your ego, whatever you got going on. But I expect you to continue to chase me, because that's what a man's supposed to do. No matter how silly I act, no matter how bogus what I do to you is, I'm expecting you to continue to chase me.
Stop trying to be your man's therapist. When you try to get him to open up or cry on your shoulder or process his emotions with you, you're trying to bond with him the same way you would with one of your girlfriends. But he's a man. He's called to be the steady, grounded anchor of your home. When you make him expose all of his weaknesses, it might feel like connection, but if you hear those insecurities too often, you will start to feel unsettled and anxious, because we as women need security. And we don't get that when the leader of our home is unstable. So instead of dissecting his feelings, encourage him to bring his struggles to God, his creator, because that's the only person who can actually handle them. And remind him who God created him to be, a strong leader and provider. That's what a true queen does. She calls out her man's strengths and purpose. If you want to go deeper into this subject and restore peace and polarity in your home, I created a free masterclass that teaches you how to get there. Comment class and I'll send you the link.
You know why a lot of people are single nowadays? It's not because love disappeared. It's because people want 80s and 90s kind of love in 2026. They want deep, old school love while living in a world addicted to temporary attention. Back then, people built connection slowly. Now people scroll through humans like options on a shopping app and call it dating. People want instant feelings, instant validation, and perfection without effort. But real love, it was never built instantly. It was built through consistency, loyalty, sacrifice, and staying when things got difficult. Now, the moment things stop feeling exciting, people leave, and chase someone new. But the truth is, love is not gone. People just stopped valuing what real love actually requires.
And I know this is what modern women like to say men are doing, but this is something that they're actually doing, is they have like a placeholder boyfriend where, you'll continue to keep a decent man around, a good man around as an emotional stabilizer, while you continue to shop around. Oh, I need a man to tell my problems to. I need a man to talk to about X, Y, and Z. Right? So you'll keep that man around while continuing to look for, he's nicer and, he might not have the same emotional capacity, but it's good enough because he looks good. And then you'll throw that other man that's actually a good fit for you, or actually a good potential fit for you, to the side. Right? And so you'll have this man and you'll hold on to him for, in some of these situations, years. But if, you're kind of in a situationship with him, is which I'll be defining it as, keep him around for 6-7 months, you still have your hinge active, right? I still got my hinge active. And when he asked me about what's going on, or, I really didn't know that you wanted me to be more than friends, when that man has talked to you about being exclusive multiple times. So now that I'm having, and men will have this conversation with a woman multiple times. So now that we've had this conversation, I would expect that your hinge is deactivated. I would expect that you're not over here looking for options, talking about I'm unsure. He's not really, and that's not really even dating at that point in time. Well, I just need a roster. I just want a man to continue to audition while I look for something else. Oh, he's just a safety pick. Y'all keep on playing these games, man. Y'all keep on thinking y'all can keep on rotating these good men, these decent men in and out. Okay, I heard, I didn't actually watch the video, but I was looking at Pearl talk about Alex Cooper and how she actually got married to some, I guess he's conservative. I wasn't sure. I just looked at the title. I didn't really actually even watch the video. And if that's the case, she was saying, well, there's always going to be somebody. Yeah, maybe so. And you would hope that with all of that nonsense that Alex Cooper, from the few clips that I've heard her talking, you would hope that a lot of that nonsense dies down and she just go on, start acting right and stop acting silly. But a lot of these modern women don't. They get with these men and they think, okay, I'm just going to continue to do what I was doing. I'm going to continue to act like I'm acting, talk like I'm talking, and nothing's going to change until that man gets tired of it. That man stopped responding. Well, I just had to divorce him because, he wasn't the same man that I met. He didn't really seem like he was responding to me anymore. Yeah, because you kept acting silly. You decided to pick that man decided to pick you, and you decided while he was making changes, I'm not going to make any changes. He needs to love me for me. Okay. All right. Don't you worry about it. This ain't got nothing to do with a gender war. This got everything to do with how you're going to live your life and the consequences and the decisions you're going to continue to make, and it's going to be in your best interest. And you're going to ruin that for yourself. Then you're going to be back online, and even though you might be able to spin the narrative and whatever you want to say, whatever happened, it's going to come down to when I'm at my house by myself. Nice house, pretty much get anything that I want. But I would like a husband, and I fumbled. Dang, why did I do that?
Men test boundaries before they respect them, not because they're immature, not because they're evil, but because testing boundaries allows us to know who we're dealing with. Early on, a man is watching when he pushes a late reply, a vague plan, inconsistent efforts, a date that canceled. He's not just seeing if you would tolerate it. He's seeing how much access he can get without accountability. And here's the key. Whatever you allow in the beginning becomes your baseline. Men don't suddenly raise their efforts later. We adjust to the level of standards and resistance that you set early. When a woman explains, over accommodates, or gives unlimited grace, it tells a man one thing, that there's going to be no consequences for doing less. But when a woman calmly enforces a boundary without emotion, without chasing, and without over-explaining, something shifts. And that's when respect shows up. Men respect what costs us something: time, access, and certainty. So understand this: a man who disappears when you set boundaries didn't fail the test. He revealed himself. Respect doesn't come from potential and patience. Respect comes from standards that don't move. Peace and love. Like and follow.
Is traditional dating done with? Now guys, it seems like every single year there's a new political ideology that somewhat further confuses men and women. If you guys don't believe me, the stat of nuclear families is below 20% in America, 50% of women will be childless and single within a few years' time, and we're entering a population collapse here in the West. So yes, dating, which ultimately leads to families, is not working, and we need to fix this. What do? Well, the fastest solution that I can think of actually happens before dating. I want you guys to date with the intention of marriage. What does this look like? Courtship, following God, and practicing biblical teachings that will ensure healthy dynamics. You guys need to understand that our society was built here in the West through Christian values. But now that we've come so far, we're throwing them all away and seeing the repercussions of such. So come back to God, build yourself up, date with the intention of marriage, and allow everything else to naturally fall into place.
Most women will sit up here and say, you know, why are men not approaching us anymore? What have we done? What can we do to get a man to approach us? Well, you know, you can see if you can limit the risk of embarrassment. You can see if you can limit the risk of him being called a creep. Him talking about, oh, you're harassing, or you talking about him harassing you, the backlash that he might receive. A lot of modern women, with a man telling you, the reason I'm not approaching you is because I feel like something is going to go wrong. I mean, godly, you're asking a man to open up and be vulnerable. This is a man being vulnerable. This is a man being vulnerable with you and saying, I would love to approach you. I would love to talk to you. I don't even know if you're in my league. You might be out of my league. I have no idea. But I'm willing to try. I just don't want to get in here. And, you know, we have to start understanding that failure and trouble, consequence are two different things. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Right. I want to miss the shot and have to run back. Man, dang, rebound. Run back down court and have to get back on defense. And we might even lose the game, right? Because I didn't shoot well enough. I didn't score any points. We're talking about I shoot the shot, I miss, and I get ejected. That's what we're talking about. I shoot the shot, I miss, I get banned from the NBA. This is what we're talking about. So the consequences of me coming and approaching you, the risk is higher. The risk is astronomical. This is what men are trying to get you to understand. I would approach if it was just me losing the game. If it was just me getting back on defense. Heck, if you wanted to, and I'm shooting terribly, bench me. Put me on the bench. I will ride the pine. Fine. Until I understand and observe, okay, I need to do this better. Let me go ahead and figure out what I can do to get better. And then get back in the game. I can actually practice that. What I can actually foresee, if I shoot terribly, I'm going to get terrible results and nobody's going to want me to shoot anymore. I can fix that. What I can't fix and what I can't foresee is being banned for shooting terribly. is being the commissioner saying, you're a disgrace to this league. Get out of here now. That's the type of behavior, if you can understand the analogy, that's catching men off guard when they say, I didn't know it was going to be all that. As a matter of fact, you can't even come around the NBA. As a matter of fact, you can't even cover sports. Anything that has to do with, you might be able to cover the WNBA or, you know, some kind of college league or something like that, or like the NCAA. But even the NCAA, we don't want you to cover that. We have ties with the NCAA. We have influence with the NCAA, and you're not going to cover that either. The only thing that you're going to be able to do is cover high school basketball. That's the stakes nowadays. Men are saying, why would I even want to go down that road? Why would I even shoot a shot if you're going to try to completely annihilate who I am as a person? You're going to try to completely obliterate me.